Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer, and we're returning to our Burma campaign in this little World War II simulation. So, we are playing the Fall of Singapore, and you can see the Japanese forces advancing on the city of Singapore down here. We are trying to put up some defenses. We've got our Australian allies that have blown up this bridge across Johor Bahru. This position looks fine, but we've taken a very strong beating up here in this sector. We're trying to shore that up with some of our British units that we are sending up here in fast transports. Likewise over here, this front line is looking a little bit so-so. We have attacked over here, yes we have. On the other hand, up here in the very north, it's just a breakthrough that they have achieved. And basically we are trying to rush in our forces from the south here to meet them head on somewhere over here. Our task is to hold the line over here and if possible take Nisong. I'm thinking that a lot of Japanese will be coming down this road. Hopefully we are going to be fine. I don't think so. Yeah, so let's turn it over towards the Japanese and we are going to see what's going to happen around next turn. So they are killing one of the remnants of the defenders there. Obviously movements around Johor Bahru. Japanese, and it's looking a little bit clunky, I don't know why. It's not normally. Wait a minute, you get to spawn units? Okay, engineers are taking into this here unsuccessfully, which is very nice to see. On the other hand, they are killing that unit, which is not a big surprise. They are coming off over here, but we have some units on their flank, so that's nice to see. They're also attacking these engineers, which is not great down there. And these tanks are breaking through there. Artillery pieces coming into action. Killing our guys and demoralizing them. Not great, but to be expected. Some movements up here. Some Japanese tanks even. They are pushing down this line very quickly though. They're trying to pull out a couple of units there, but it's not that successful, it seems. With their recon units being so fast, I think we'll blow up. Yeah, and we do. No big surprise there, but an interesting attack down here. So they have, I think, been trying to get into that hex without knowing that we are there, so that is interesting. So they just basically went into our British engineers, suffered some casualties, especially as this quick-firing 2-pounder, this anti-tank gun over here, was supporting these units in their defense over there. So that's very, very lovely to see. And let's bring up the anti-tank unit and attack these guys there. Well, decent attack. And I think we might want to push up much more strongly over here. We'll have to see what we can do there. And what are you? Japanese snipers? You're not very likely to hold out for a long time, I can tell you that. Oh, interesting. You can move and then attack? I don't think so. I don't think so. So we could soften you up. That might not be the worst idea. Let's try to soften you up. Yeah, you're very evasive. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to attack here with the heavy infantry. Nice. We are going to move up. Could maybe have attacked with you. Well, too bad. The Earlycon, which can be used in an anti-tank role, could come up over here potentially. You can only come up here anyway. Recon unit, do we want to send you over here just to know what we are facing? Could bring the engineers over here or over here. I am tempted to take this area over there. What are we gonna get for that if we do? A specialization point, which would be nice. It's always annoying that that doesn't close. Well, we've got the Gurkhas. Do want to move them into this direction, especially since we are not seeing any enemy presence over there. Let's try to bring it this way. We need to be mindful of these guys though. Could bring up there to intercept them. You know what? Let's bring you over here. Let's attack. Apparently you're pushing them out. Not sure which direction though. That direction. Well, that's interesting. Also got our tanks. I suppose we could... Well, firstly, let's bring you over here. Because this is an anti-tank unit, and that is sort of a vehicle. Good, good. And then I suppose we can bring up our tanks. Let's bring them in the middle. That sort of leaves open the question of where we're going to send them ultimately. But it does allow us to destroy these guys and move up over there. Good. So that's an extra field force. You're going to move over here. You're going to defeat these guys. You're going to move into there. And I think they're gone. Good. Right. Decent position over here then. With these guys being slightly diminished and ready to move up over there. We are still very far from Nisong, but I think we are at least a little bit closer to gaining good position over here. And that I think means we'll send you over here. That, I should have moved you here, maybe. So we have someone in this hedgerow. I would ideally like to move you into here. Since that doesn't seem possible. Is this open terrain any different? No. It's just cosmetic. Oh, likewise, this here is only cosmetic. This is considered open terrain, so we might as well move out. Could move up over here, but I think we are going to move over here. And the thinking is that if they are attacking us, they might be ambushed, and that is going to lead to slightly better situation for us. Right, everything over here is fine though. We've got a unit down here, which we might want to... That's would cost us the most of our money though. We've got a single enemy air unit up here. But I do think that's probably what we want to attack. I mean, it's the only place that we reach where we know there's an enemy aircraft. So it'd be sort of foolish not to take that chance. Okay, let's fly you over here. What have we got? A Ki-48. A bomber, basically. Yeah, why not? Shoot you down. Try to shoot you down anyway. Good result. Spitfire, you can come along. And the next Spitfire. Move you up here. That's a lot of units. Good, good, good. Right. Now we've got this Typhoon. Would be tempting. This is an interesting target, this engineering vehicle there. Mostly mindful about this tank here. On the other hand, that tank over there is starting to look threatening as well. Do want to have an early start here. And you would actually be uniquely vulnerable there because of the situation. And we'd be closer to friendly air support, so... You know what, let's send you over there and attack that aircraft. And afterwards send you over there. That aircraft, that tank of course. Right, so that does sort of deal with that part of the front. You guys are fine as far as I can tell. I mean, you should be reinforced at some position. At some point, but for now, I think it's okay. You're not dug in or anything, so we might as well move you up a little bit over here, so that maybe you can take some hits there as well. Right, over here. Well, if we were to move you up a little bit, you might be getting some support somewhere. It's tempting to move you up. Okay, let's first attack these guys, obviously, I think. I've got these bombers. I would ideally like to strike at their air bases or something, but seeing how I don't think we have that luxury. You only have a very limited attack. It's actually mostly the shock damage that you're doing, is that it? Yeah, it's very much only shock damage. So keeping that in mind, I want you to be where there's actual fighting. And there might very well be some fighting down here. You are relatively unorganized already. Somewhat the same goes for these guys up there. Okay, down here I think it's a little bit more urgent. So let's send you over there. Still only one-on-one. You could come down there. You couldn't. Okay, so that's settled. Let's bring you here. Let's bring you there. Let's attack there. Are doing something good there, I think. We are pushing them out at least. And I should have moved you somewhere else maybe, but it's alright. Let's move you here so that you're stuck in the zone of control. Heavy infantry is going to move up there. Going to attack these guys. Not going to move into the river. We're not taking any damage, and we are destroying these guys outright. That is very much what I like to see. Good. Let's move you up here, so that you're providing some air cover there. And that's lovely. And then we've got the heavy infantry and the normal infantry. I think the heavy infantry over here would be okay. And that seems to be a little bit of a dead end. It's likely that you guys might be moving out soon. So I don't want to move you too far off. But for now the position down there seems to be alright. So let's move you here. And I think that's alright. Good. What other units do we have? The Spitfire. The Special Boat Service, which we can move up here. You're not very good at defending. You're actually extremely good at defending against mechanized. You're not very good at attacking mechanized though. So I don't necessarily want you in anywhere near that tank here. Let's keep you over here for now. You guys have all moved. So only you. Yeah, we do need to move this piece over there. Yeah, I'm sorry, there's no other way. Okay, let's move you here. So that at least next turn you'd be able to support there. Okay, that leaves you. The question is, do we want to move you anywhere in particular where you could provide some flanking bonuses or something like that? Answers we can't right now. You guys are somewhat unorganized already. So I don't necessarily want to worsen that. But I don't want to have you in the front line either. So let's move you back. And we'd be having 2-to-1 odds over here. And 3-to-1 odds over here. So let's attack here. It actually pushes these guys back. Interesting. Does that reopen the question of you? Interestingly enough, you would be able to do some damage over there. Okay, let's throw you up over there. Do a little bit of a delaying action. And that's fine, yeah. I like it. Good. Does leave you. Do we want to attack here? We might. Yeah, it's only a single point. It's going to disrupt them a little bit. 3 on them. 2 on us. Okay, that's a little bit worse than expected, but I think all in all still alright. You are fine. Who's that? Oh, the buffalo. Yeah, well, we could move you up here. And I think we do. Yeah, let's move you up here. Attack that bomber. Nice, good result. Sorry about the noise. Doggy, go away. Sorry, just the dog in the background. Okay. Right, so we've got you. Honestly, you can just snooze. And then we've got the Spitfire. Which I do think we will upgrade. Right, lovely. And that's it. That's every unit. We don't have that many. What we do maybe want to do though is reinforce at least some guys. And I'm thinking that you here might want to get some reinforcements, as do you. The Australians do have some money, so I think that's alright. Over here that's alright-ish, I guess. Let's reinforce them. You've been reinforced. You could do with some reinforcements, but you have attacked, so we can't do that. How about you? Yeah, same. Okay, fine. End of turn. They are coming back, they are reinforcing. Best fighters around over there. They are pulling back some of the aircraft, moving up some of their tanks, moving up a lot of the infantry, of course. They actually have trouble crossing there, I think. Yeah, they are outflanking us now, and that is starting to feel quite horrible. Because they are supporting each other. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, that was a lot of badness happening over there. Artillery. That artillery is really draining us. The infantry is moving up though. And you guys are still in that vehicle, so that's bad for us, of course. Really? You can just ambush us like that? You attacked an anti-tank gun, so that's interesting. Buffalo is being attacked by, I think, an Oscar. So, a Japanese army aircraft, actually. Right, so up over here, it's starting to look a little bit more interesting. We've got these guys down here. So, firstly, you guys have some support, so let's actually move up these engineers. And do we want to defeat the snipers? I think so. Let's kill you. You could attack the... Really? Okay, let's move up after these guys. Do you want to squash them? I think these engineers are fine doing that. So the question is, what do we want to do down here? Let's move the Oerlikon down here. Have the Oerlikon attack these guys. Successfully, it seems. Because you're an anti-tank unit. You're being pushed over there. Could try to finish you off. You can't attack us there. We could move back this anti-tank piece. We've also got our tanks. If you do move over here, you'd be able to flank these guys for an attack by the... Oh, you wouldn't be doing good. You would be doing okay. And if we moved you up over here, you should actually be able to provide a flanking bonus against the... But you're just not good, is the issue over here. How about our Typhoons? Is it Spitfire? No, I want the Typhoons. Yeah, you guys. You are capable of doing some damage over here, so we might want to pull you back here into the front lines. Let's not do anything too hasty. So this guy down here, he's annoying, but he's not necessarily a big threat. You could be dealt with, I feel, with some local resources. We don't need that anti-tank unit to move there. I think we're going to move the anti-tank unit here so that it can support these guys. If we are moving you here, Yeah, let's try to get rid of that threat first. Let's move up the tank here. Attack this tank. Nice. That's a one-on-one. Okay. Move you up here. Then have you attack these guys. You'll be supported, which is good. And you'll be losing some of that sweet organization. So that was as expected. Destroying tanks always feels very, very nice. But let's use the scouting unit, what it's been built for. I think I can only attack once. Damn it. Okay, let's move you up here. Interestingly, you wouldn't be really good at attacking these guys. We could come over here. You wouldn't be doing that great either over there. But we've also got the situation down here. Well, let's attack you first. Doing some damage over there. Let's use the special boat service to try and blow up that tank. Ah, damn it. Fine. Let's have the infantry do it. Okay, you're alright over there though. Surprising that you wouldn't be really doing that great against these guys. Oh, but you're extremely well entrenched, so that does make sense. Okay, so that means I would like to pull up my artillery to start whittling away at these guys. That sort of means I have to get rid of these guys. I could also try to make my way up here with the heavy infantry. But what good would the heavy infantry do here? So, you'd be extremely exposed to counterattack. You're not that great at defending against infantry. But you know what? I think that's fine. If you're moving over here and we are attacking this tank, you're doing relatively fine over there. Only a -3. We expected slightly better, but that's okay. And you still haven't attacked, and now you can attack because you'll be supporting, and that's very good to see. -3. That's good. -0. That's also good. So yeah, I feel we have severely weakened them over here, but we'll need to address this bit in a second. Right. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to send you over here. We're going to attack the scout unit, hoping to drive it off. -4, really. And we'll be extremely exposed over here. Okay, over there that should be alright. Maybe we're gonna reach, I haven't counted that exactly, but that's alright, I think. Right, let's not forget about the Typhoon. You're not that great at shock or anything, you're just mainly a direct attack weapon. And you'd be doing about a damage wherever you go. Well, 2 damage there. Could try to shoot down that aircraft. But I do think we have a lot of fighters, so that might be slightly preferable. We also have a fighter up here. An Oscar indeed. You would be able to make it over there though. You would. You'd be unlikely to shoot him down on your own. But honestly, shooting down an enemy fighter might be more worthwhile than killing 2 or so units of the enemy, or 2 pips of the enemy anywhere else. These are just reserves basically. Over here is tempting because these guys are well dug in and it will be extremely difficult to flush them out. 2 plus. Got any chance of moving you up? Only a little bit. You're not... Oh, well, I could send you into the river. Okay, let's send the AA unit into the river. Start shooting at that fighter. Let's see. You'd be not quite able to shoot it down. But we don't know exactly. So let's try to do so anyway. Yes! Good. So that does save the Typhoon. That does mean the Typhoon doesn't need to get over there. That basically only leaves that guy up here. So I suppose we can send you up here. Start shooting at it. -2, that's alright. I suppose that Spitfire might finish the job. There's an enemy aircraft over there as well. And we've got an artillery piece up here. Suppose I could move you up all the way over there and start to attack that aircraft, whatever it is. You're Spitfire, you're supposed to fight, so let's bring you over there. Of course they're gonna have an EA unit there, I was stupid. Ah, very good result, but we didn't kill it. Do we have any aircraft? Can I actually see that this way? Who is moved already? No, doesn't show that, does it? No, fine. Okay. Right. So I think in terms of aircraft, that's basically... No, we do have the Typhoon, of course. Still. Let's bring down an enemy aircraft there. Again, tempting, very tempting. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try to bring it down. Good. I like it. Very nice. Okay, so back to the gruesome business down here. You're fine. You're definitely not gonna attack over there. You guys are all done, so I don't think we need to move you. That Spitfire here can scramble, and of course it is gonna. You're fine. Right, that does bring us to the left in front over here. You could certainly attack over here, couldn't you? Well, we're definitely going to do that. But I think these guys... We'll try to peel you back a little bit here. Have you regained some strength. And hopefully here you'll be hidden from the artillery pieces. And I think that might be a good idea. Right, we're going to bring the heavy infantry here, I think, into the rainforest for basically the same reason. Could bring you up there to start shooting at that aircraft though. Wouldn't do us that much good though. Okay, let's move you here. It's going to disrupt you a little bit, but I think we're alright. Infantry there. That's a 3. That's a 3. Let's bring the infantry here. Let's also take the Blenheim. You would reduce enemy fortification levels, which is why I believe you might be doing some good over here. But maybe come here first? Do the shock damage against the enemy tanks. Still a big concern. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, let's do that. Then you're going to move out over there. That should allow this ground unit here to do this damage here a little bit more consistently. It looks like at least we are pushing them back. We're losing 1 in the progress, but we have destroyed 3 of their strength points, so that's nice to see. You could move up here. There's no unit down there, no. These are the air units, these are the ground units. You, my friend, can come up over here though. I don't want to move you into this if I don't have to, because it's gonna mean a lot more disruption. Yeah, you are pushing back these guys, so that's good and well to see. Let's use you here to try and take these guys out. So that does sort of leave our core units out in the open, which I don't really like to see. So I'm tempted to just move up the Australians just so that they might be taking some artillery damage instead of us. Oh, I could have of course used the artillery here. But I think what we might want to do is do some counter artillery here then. Nice. That's a good result. I like to see it. You're going to be fine where you are, but you might want to do some mortar fire on these guys. Yeah, I like to see it. AA. You're fine. You're fine, you're fine. Again, move you up. Do some damage over there. You're relatively well... doing relatively well. Okay, let's bring you into contact here. Yeah, maybe that wasn't a good attack. 2 against 2. Should not have taken that. Right. That's fine though. Yeah, and that does leave the question of what to do with the AA piece. It's relatively pointless where you are. Let's move you back here so that you're covering a larger area. And that's okay. You might actually be protecting the bomber? I don't know. Right. I think we are holding up relatively fine over here. We are pushing back, question mark, over here. But the big question is all of these Japanese units streaming down here, that center line. And that is something that we haven't really dealt with yet. So that is something that still concerns me greatly. And we are gaining back some points, so that's nice to see. But yeah, we're definitely nowhere near the end of this scenario. Although we did take our time setting it up. So I say thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.